Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It's almost Halloween. Tomorrow is Halloween. And in honor of that, I figured I would do my top 10 favorite games that play really well on Halloween. So, obviously in honor of tomorrow being Halloween, I thought I would share the games that I like. The games that are very thematic, very spooky, very horror, very, get you in the mood for some Halloween action on Halloween. So, without further ado, we shall take you over there and talk about each of these games. Obviously, these are games that I have in my collection. So if I don't have the game, I don't play the game, I probably don't have that on my list. So if your favorite game is not on the list, it's not because it's a bad game. I might not own that game, but I do own quite a few, and I do love the whole genre of horror and, Cthulhu and all of that. Just, it's 80s were like 80s movies were like, that was what I grew up with. That was the movies that I was watching and growing up. So those are the movies that I enjoyed as a child, and those are the games that I enjoy as an adult. So without further ado, let's head over to the table and talk about my top 10 favorite games to play on Halloween. My number 10 game is going to be Nemesis. So, this will be up higher on the list, but it is a beast to play. It's a lot of effort to play this game, but it is very thematic. It is very much your characters are going to die or come very close to dying very quickly. You're going to be in a very bad situation. It's basically kind of Aliens, the board game, with a lot of extra stuff on it. The reason it's at number 10 as opposed to higher up is it is kind of a little bit more crunchy, meaty game. It's going to take you a long time to play this, probably a good 2 or 3 hours. It's designed to be played. You can play it solo, but it's designed to be played. It's designed to be played, with multiple people and stuff. So it's number 10 just because of the size and the complexity of the game, and it is great. It's very thematic. It is definitely gets you in the mood, but you'll see other games that are on the list that are going to be very similar to that. But my number 10 is Nemesis. My number 9 game, gotta make sure I click the right one here, is Last Night on Earth. Last Night on Earth. This is a very cool zombie apocalypse type game. You're playing a bunch of characters and you have a mission to complete. You might be running around trying to get gas so you can fill the gas tank in the one vehicle that's in the middle of town, and then all of you can get out of town. But as you're doing this, the zombies are showing up and they're attacking you, and it's a super quick, fun game, very thematic. Zombies overrunning the universe, and it's your job to try and complete your mission and get out of town. Or whatever your mission is for that scenario. Each mission is different. Each session is different. It's a lot of dice chucking, a lot of fun. You have the zombie player that's playing cards that are messing your plans up, and it's a really good time. And definitely recommend this one if you're going to get together with a couple friends on Halloween. Play Last Night on Earth. My number 9. My number 8. Best game to play on Halloween is Legendary Encounters Aliens Edition. So, obviously, very much like Nemesis, this is based upon the Alien franchise. I love the Alien franchise. I was in a movie theater when I was like 15, 16 years old when Alien was released, and it literally broke our childhood. That movie broke our childhood. So we love that movie. There's never been another movie released since then that has been held to as high as esteem as that movie. And even when Aliens came out, I know there was a lot of comparison between these two. But if you want to play Alien the game with cards, this is the way to do it with the Legendary system. You know I love the Legendary system. You can play it with one person, two persons, three persons, four persons. How many people you got, it doesn't matter. The game is working against you. It is, again, a lot of fun, very thematic. You got the little face huggers running around trying to impregnate you. If they impregnate you, then you got to put an alien card in your deck. And if you end up drawing that card, then you're dead. You just explode into a big pile of goo. Such good stuff there. Such good stuff. So, Alien, the Legendary system, super fun, very thematic. You can get a game session or two done. You can play movie 1, you can play movie 2, you can play movie 3, you can play, I believe, movie 4 if you have the expansion. So whichever one of your favorite Alien movies is there. Track this down. It's been out of print for a long time. So copies of this are going to cost you a lot of money. But if you're like me and you're an 80s child and you enjoyed the Aliens movie and you want to learn the Legendary system, the Alien franchise is great. My number 8 favorite game to play on Halloween is Legendary Aliens. Number 7. Number 7 is going to be, another one of my all-time favorite games, Eldritch Horror. There's not a lot to say about this that I haven't said like 100 times on my channel, but it is very thematic. If you enjoy the Cthulhu, you're going to see more Cthulhu games on this list. Obviously, Lovecraft is all about the horror aspect, and it's all about Halloween and the whole mythos is surrounding horror and madness and going crazy. And your job in Eldritch Horror is, again, you can play with one person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, doesn't matter. You can adjust the difficulty based upon how many people are in the game. You're running around the world trying to complete your mission. The Ancient One is trying to complete their mission. Whoever completes their mission first wins. Unfortunately for all the players, everything gets to go their way and nothing ever goes your way. So it's one of those dread and doom kind of games. The longer you play, the sooner you realize we're not going to win this game. We're just going to die. But it's an awesome, awesome game. The reason it's not higher in the game, even though I love this game, is, again, it's a little bit longer game for a Halloween night. You're going to be taking this probably 3 hours in. It's probably a 2 or 3 hour game, depending on how many players you have. And that doesn't include setup time and teardown time. So that does, again, kind of hurts Nemesis as well, just because of how big and complex it is and how much time you're spending. I am trying to get you in and playing a game on Halloween very quickly, very easily. And Eldritch Horror, you can do it. It's just going to be some time and some effort to get it set up and get it all ready to go for your gaming group, and then get to play the whole session. And you can get a session done in one night, but it'll be a challenge. But it's a great time. The great thing about Eldritch Horror is if you want to experience a story, a horror story, and live it, you're not going to find a better game than Eldritch Horror. It is without a doubt, one of the greatest games ever. And again, it would probably be higher on my list if it wasn't for the fact of a lot of time you're going to be spending setting it up, organizing all the cards and all of the pieces and all the parts. And literally, if you got all the expansions, you got 4 boxes filled up with stuff. And every time you play it, it's a different experience. But it tells a wonderful, great story every time. And that's why it's my number 7 best game to play on Halloween, because the next day you go into work, you're going to tell people about the story you had and the adventure you had, and you're, oh my god, I can't believe, and it all came down to whether or not we could save London, and we couldn't get there in time, and then so the Ancient One ended up blowing up the world because we couldn't get there in time. Great stories. Number 7, Eldritch Horror. My number 6 bestest game to play on Halloween. And I've just played this game just the other day for you guys. And it really was like, oh, I should have waited till Halloween to play this game, because it's my number 6 bestest game of all time. The Bloody Inn. Oh my god. Like, if you want to feel like Jason, if you want to feel like the axe murderer, you want to look at the other side, then play The Bloody Inn. Because you're playing a card game where you have people visiting your inn, and you can just accept them and then let them go on their merry way. Or you might decide to, well, let's just say, put them in the ground permanently and get some kind of reward for them. Yes, you play kind of the, I guess technically the bad guy in this one. And it is very interesting because you need a certain amount of strength to lure people into your inn. Then you need a certain amount of strength to kill the enemies. Then you need a certain amount of strength to bury the enemies. And then you have to kind of have areas to put the bodies. And all the time you are drawing different hands of cards. And there will be enemies that if they see a body, you lose the game. So you're basically the bad guy the whole time, but you're trying to play the good guy, even though you're really the bad guy. The Bloody Inn. It's super good. If you don't own it, they just in the last couple weeks re-released this game because it's been out of print for several years, and it was going for up to $100 for like a 50 card game. It's not a very, it's like 150 cards or something, but it was going for like $100 because there wasn't many copies in. But they just re-released it, so you can get your hands on it now. There's also an expansion for it as well. The Bloody Inn. You want to be the bad guy on Halloween and you're playing solo? Bloody Inn is a great way to do it. Oh, so good. Such a good game. We just played this again, so you can check out our playthrough if you're interested in seeing how the game plays. My number 6, bestest Halloween game of all time, The Bloody Inn. Number 5, now we're getting to the cream of the crop. The cream. These are the elite of the elites. And we're talking about elites, and we're talking about great games, and we're talking about horror games. You can't go any further than the Plum Island Horror game by a good friend, Herman Luitman, and a friend of the channel. And yes, this is a classic design by Herman Luitman. You all know him. You all love him. He does such wonderful, awesome games. And of course, the Plum Island Horror. I'm not trying to beat my chest or anything, but for those of you who don't know, I'm actually in this game. If you go to Save the War Room Furniture, that was our little podcast that we had for years and years. And Herman was a friend of the channel and decided to add us into the game. So it's not the reason it's number 5. The reason it's number 5 is because thematically it is super intense. It is super interesting. It's fun. Herman always adds a great element of fun and kidding and joking, and the name of the characters are going to make you laugh and chuckle. And then you're going to take the game, think it's a light game, and then you're going to get murdered by all of the horrors that spawn, and then you're going to go, wow, that was not very nice. And it's not. It's not supposed to be a very nice game. It's very challenging. I've played it 5 times, and I have won once. By the skin of our Ginny Gin Gin, we won. But yeah, I played it 5 times and won once. I know some people claim it's really easy, but I don't think they're playing it right. I've actually played this game with the designer. I've played it several times, twice actually, with the designer and friends of the channel, and we have a great time laughing and teasing one another about it, and it's just a lot of great fun. It is number 5 because it is a longer game. Currently, there's an expansion coming for this game very soon, probably within the next month or 2, I would guess is the latest. There's an expansion that's going to add new scenarios and stuff, but the core scenario that comes in the game is a little bit longer. Again, you're going to be on the 2 to 3 hour to play through this scenario, and assuming everyone knows what they're doing. And so it is a little bit bigger on the setup time and the length of the game and everything, but it's such a good game you have to include it. Number 5, the Plum Island Horror. I mean, it says it right in the name, horror. If you're looking for horror on Halloween, you should look for a game that has the word horror in the title. Number 4. Number 4 is... What is number 4? There's number 4. Number 4, bestest game to play on Halloween. Games to play. You're going to be playing a game. You're going to be home. You're going to be passing out candy. And then as soon as the little Rugrats are done ringing the doorbell, you're going to be playing games because you got to be home anyways, right? So you might as well find a game to play. Number 4, Cthulhu Death May Die. I need to play this game more. I really do. It is a classic game. I actually own everything in this game, in this series. And I do need to play it some more. But this is thematically the one game that your character is going insane. Everything you do, it makes him go farther and farther insane, which is a good thing because the more insane they go, the more powerful you become. The more powers you get, the more things you can do on your turn. But it's kind of the fine edge, because if you go too far over the edge, you do go insane and then your character's dead. So it's so thematic in that way, because you are wanting to do things to complete the mission, and every one of the characters plays different and everyone does something cool. But you're also trying to become, I would say, more powerful with your character so you can do all these really cool things. But again, you don't want to become too powerful and go insane. So there's this great balancing act, and you're constantly trying to better yourself by hurting yourself. That seems like a weird thing to do, but on Halloween, that's a great, great option. It's a lot of fun. Thematically, you're going to actually see, if you haven't seen Cthulhu, if you've never seen Cthulhu, he's a huge monster. In the core box, it is like a statue that's like 10 inches tall. And then you have your little characters that are like an inch and a half tall, or whatever, 2 inches tall, whatever they are. And so he towers over them. And then every one of the monsters that he sends after you is like 5 or 6 inch monster, and you're like, oh my god, we don't stand any chance. And so like you have to go insane to stand any chance to fight the badness that is Cthulhu. So very thematic, great missions, great mission designs. You're always doing something cool. It's a great system. It's, again, It's the one game system that makes you like really think about what you want to do for your turn. You can't just willy-nilly do whatever you want, because you have to think about the consequences for your actions. And Cthulhu Death May Die, and the title says it right there, Death May Die. On Halloween, it's going to be Death May Die. Number 3, bestest game to play on Halloween. And we're talking these bronze medal winner in my collection, the bronze medal winner. And this might even move up to number 1, but I just played it like 3 days ago, and I got destroyed. Well, I shouldn't say I got destroyed. It came down to the final battle. And we lost the final battle, and so that made me mad that I lost. So my number 3 bestest game to play on Halloween is going to be the Final Girl game system. Now this one happens to just be Fright Night, but you can choose any one of the... Basically, you buy a core box, and then there is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 different expansions that you can buy and play through, and each expansion has a nemesis you're going to be going after and some final girls that are going to try and complete that mission, and they're going to have all kinds of cool things. Cardboard Commander, what's going on? Meandering Mike and Mike Butter Jelly, what's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. We are talking about our number 3 bestest game of all time to play on Halloween, and it is Final Girl. I played this just a couple nights ago on here on the channel, and we got all the way to the very end, and it was us versus the boss. We had a final confrontation with the boss. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything, and the werewolf, yes, that's right, the werewolf, we were Little Red Riding Hood. Yes, little old Little Red Riding Hood. And we were taking on the big bad wolf, and the big bad wolf decided to eat our face for some reason. He wasn't a very nice guy. Jeff Edwards, what's going on? Good to see you. So, my bronze medalist for bestest game on Halloween is going to be Final Girl. Any one of them. You can choose any one of the system. All of the movies play different. All of the villains play different. All the final girls play different. Every time you set it up, there's random setup. So if you enjoy games with random setup, you got random setup, you got random events, you got random all kinds of things. So you could play the same scenario 3 or 4 times. I don't know if I mentioned this, I probably didn't, but Final Girl is solo only. So if you're home alone, passing out candy, and then you don't have anything else to do, Final Girl is a great option for you, because it's a solo game. It plays great. You can probably play it in an hour. You can then get another scenario out and play another scenario, get a third scenario out and play a third scenario. So that's why it's number 3 on my list, because it's very quick to play. Once you understand the core mechanisms, all of the movies kind of play the same. All the Final Girls kind of play the same. They each have their own special rules, but once you understand the core mechanisms, you can play any one of the 30-odd movies and have a great time. Final Girl, it's so good, so only. Dice management, hand management, action management. There's all kinds of managements in this game. It's awesome. My bronze winner, Final Girl. My silver winner, which I think is going to be a complete shock to a lot of people out there, including myself. And one of the things I've said about like number 7, Eldritch Horror, and about number 10, Nemesis, and the reason they're not higher in the list is because of how complex they are, how much time they take to set up, and I'm trying to get you to play this on Halloween, set up, play it, put it away, have a great time, right? So that's why they're not as high as number 2, which is Alien, the Fate of Nostromo. So this is another version of Alien, but in this one, yes, you're playing as Ripley or Dallas or Parker Or what's the other one that's in there? I know there's 4 characters. Who's the other one? There's Parker, Dallas, Ripley, and I want to say Janet, but I don't think it's Janet. I forget who the other characters. Anyways, you're playing these characters on the Nostromo, and you have an alien running around the ship trying to get to you, and you can see it moving around on the ship, and you're trying to get to different locations to get different things. Your mission might be to bring something into the kitchen and then take 3 pods into the engine room or whatever. So you're running around trying to get the resources to find these items and stuff and get them into the different location while you got the alien that's trying to trap you and trying to find you. And it's just quick, easy, simple fun. The reason it's a little bit higher is because I think you can play this in an hour, have a really good time, very thematic. You see the alien chasing you around. There's all kinds of different ways for the aliens to move. And if the alien gets on you and you don't have any way to defend yourself, it's game over. See you later. Sorry. But it's very thematic. It's fun. It's quick. Very much like Nemesis, the board game. The only difference is Nemesis, Alien, The Fate of the Nostromo is much easier and simpler. If you want a complexer game and you want a much more involved game, then you're going to take number 2 and number 10 and you're going to switch them. You're going to put Nemesis at number 2 and you're going to put Alien, The Fate of the Nostromo at number 10. So it depends on what you're looking for in complexity and time length, and if everyone if everyone knows how to play Alien, like you can just sit down, shuffle up 2 decks of cards, put a couple characters on the map, and you're ready to go. Nemesis, you're going to be spending 35, 40 minutes sorting cards, organizing pieces, getting the board out, putting all the pieces on the board, putting all the locations out. I mean, it's a big involved thing. If you got a time for that and you want to do it, then take Nemesis and put Nemesis at number 2 and put Alien from 2 and move it down to 10. The reason I put it at number 2 is because for me, I find it to be an much easier game that gives me the theme of aliens, as you can see by the cover. It gives you the theme of aliens without all the extra complexity, and it makes it quick and easy and simple and fun to play a game. And so that's why it's my number 2. Now, my number 1 bestest game to play on Halloween. Now, I've named the cream of the crop when it comes to horror games that everyone has heard of and played. My number 1 game, I can almost guarantee hardly anyone out there has ever heard of this game. Probably half of you have never even heard of this game, and it's my number 1 game, and it's right there. I can see it. In fact, I should go get it. My number 1 game, again, this is going to be a shock and a surprise to many of you out there who have never even heard of this game. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Final Girl, Cthulhu Death May Die, The Plum Island Horror, The Bloody Inn, Eldritch Horror, Last Night on Earth, Nemesis. You've probably all heard of those games. But my number 1, which is far superior than anything else in the list, and it's because of what it does and the theme of it is. If you're going to play a game on Halloween, it should be the darkest, spookiest theme game out there, in my opinion. Right? And if you're looking for the darkest, spookiest theme game out there, you can't go any more dark than the Night Cage. The Night Cage is my number 1 bestest game to play on Halloween. Not because it's the bestest game in the world, it's the most darkest thematic game out there. You are literally playing in a dark cavern, and all you have is a single candle, and you can see exactly 1 hex from where you're standing. You can see 1 hex, and that's only when the enemies don't blow out your candle and you can't see anything. And every time you move your characters, you are moving, your little light goes with you, and the area behind you will disappear and you don't know what's there. You can literally go down a hallway, turn around and come back, and the hallway is going to be completely different. This I had really to post. How funny. I was going to suggest the Night Cage. Yes, it is. Mike knows it's very thematic. It is so spooky. It is so realistic. Everything about this game is like I said, you can move down a hallway and then turn around and go, oh, I'm going to go back down the hallway, and it disappears because your light, whenever your light goes, the spaces that were on the board disappear, and you're going to draw a new space for them. So it's completely different, and you have monsters that show up that if you don't, like if they shoot you, you're dead. And so you're trying to prevent the monsters from shooting you. You have to walk around trying to find the key and find an exit. And then everyone has to get there at the same time to get out. It's very cool. It's very thematic. It's a very cool game. It is a great game, says Mike. Yeah, it is super cool. Again, probably a lot of people never heard of this game because it's not on everyone's radar. It plays so really good. You have to run 4 characters. So, but you're taking a turn, and then the board takes a turn, and then you take a turn, and then your board takes a turn. So it doesn't matter if you're playing 1 character, 2 characters, 3 characters, or 4 characters. It's the same thing. You play a character, and then the game takes a turn. So the game is working against you. Yes, it's soloable. It is, like I said, you have to play 4 characters, but it's play a character, do the 2 actions. You only get to do 2 actions. So I'm going to move, and I'm going to move again. And then the game takes a turn, and then you do the same thing, and you go around in circles, and you're just doing that. And it's like I said, it is. Oops, let's see if I can get the. It is, you're playing on a black surface. There's no color in this game whatsoever. And you're just randomly putting tiles out as you're moving your characters around on the board. And it's very thematic, and it's like extremely fun to play, but it's like so, like the things that can happen in this game that make you just like scratch your head like, how can this even happen? Like you can like walk into a dead end and then turn around and then have like the hallway reappear in front of you, and then all of a sudden you're like, the monster that was going to kill you doesn't kill you anymore because you now can move down the hallway. And there is an expansion for this, which I don't think I have in this box. I have it in the other box. It's still in the other box. But here's another thing. If you look at the box, like this is the attention to detail that they put into this game. Like this is the box bottom. Like you have like when you take your tiles and you step on it, it'll crack, which means you can't stay on the tile. You always have to move. You can never stay in a location because it cracks. This is on the board, or on the bottom of the box. So that's the attention to detail that they put. They put this awesome artwork on the bottom of the box, which is like super cool. I think it's it's definitely a niche game. I will say that it's not for everyone, for sure. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a fun one, especially in Halloween. It's gonna be my number one, just because of how thematic it is and how how it fits the Halloween theme more than everything else. Neither more than Cthulhu and even more than Aliens. And I love both of those more than my children. Like, I love the Aliens franchise and the Cthulhu franchise. I spent more time with those than I did with my children growing up. Like, playing those games I have more recollection of those games than I do with my children. So, for this game to beat those games, it must be really, really good. And again, it's not the best game in the world. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is in my top 100 games of all time, but it's not like my number 1 or number 10 game. It's probably like number 90. It's a good game, but it elevates it to awesome on Halloween because of the theme. Like, if you play this on June 10th, like this game is a 6 out of 10, like a 5 or 6 out of 10. But you play it on October 31st, it's a 10 out of 10, like, without a doubt. So I hope that makes sense. Like, the Night Cage, beautiful game, beautiful design, very smooth and very, very exciting to play. So that is my top 10 bestest games to play on Halloween. Number 10, Nemesis. Again, you can change number 10 with number 2 based upon how much effort you want to put into setup and time, and have how involved you want to be in the game. Number 10 could switch with number 2. Number 2 could be with number 10. If you're looking for simpler, easier, go with number 2. If you're looking for hard, complex, more involved, go to number 10. Last Night on Earth is number 9. Number 8 is Legendary Encounter System with Aliens. Number 7 is Elder Tor. Number 6, The Bloody End. You want to play the bad guy? You want to play Jason? Play The Bloody End. Number 5, Plum Island Horror. Number 4, Cthulhu Death May Die. Number 3, Bronze winner, Final Girl, any one of the movies. Whatever movie interests you, but obviously Fright Night on Halloween, like everyone knows Jason, right? You might as well play Fright Night. Number 2 is, again, Alien Fate of the Nostromo, and number 1, The Night Cage. My bestest Halloween games to play of all time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Have any suggestions for any top 10 games that you would like me to do? Let me know in the comments section down below. Otherwise, have fun tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween. We are going to be playing a Plum Island Horror. I'm hoping to play a Plum Island Horror tomorrow. So if you're looking for some Plum Island Horror and you're not sure of that game, come on by tomorrow. We're hopefully going to be playing that tomorrow night. Smack that like button and be like the bad guy, says Stratomatic Delaware. What is going on, buddy? I recognize the logo and I didn't recognize the name there for a second. It's good to see you, of course. Yep, so everyone, thanks so much. Have a good Halloween. Enjoy your gameplay. You're going to be playing something. You might as well make it a great night. Have a good one. And let me know in the comments section down below. I would love to hear what you play on Halloween and how it goes. I would love to report to everyone and say, hey, we had these games played on Halloween, and so when we do this again, we got a running total going on. So see everyone soon. Bye for now.